All right, love bugs. It's day 5. Now let's let's clock in for a moment. How are you feeling? How are you doing? I hope this week hasn't been too much. Obviously, you have a whole life outside of taking this course, but thank you again for being here and thank you again for taking the time to really work on yourself, honestly. This is not even about me. This is about you taking the time to dedicate to your own self-growth and development. So, shout out to you. But yeah, welcome back to day 5. This is where the work really starts to kind of pick up momentum, right? So, how are the small wins from day 1 through 5 built up to create this transformation into who it is that we want to be, right? Because at the end of day 7, you're not going to have everything figured out. I'm going to just make that apparently clear. You're not. There's still going to be work to be done. There's still going to be some kinks to feel out. But by the end of day 7, you will feel more clarity and you will have the tools that you can utilize to make it easier for you to align yourself with the life that you want. All right, so today is really focused on transformation through consistency. So, how can we create some keystone habits and behaviors to lock in this new identity, to lock in the system that's going to start to work for you, right? Because you're going to know what that system is. We've kind of fleshed that out day 2, day 4. So the activity for today is really choosing one daily commitment, right? So remember when on day 2 we built the perfect day. Now from that perfect day, right, what from that list is it that you really want to hone in on, that you want to anchor into your existence, into your whole being essence? Okay? So really looking at the unconscious mind and how we're using the unconscious mind to identify what it is that we truly want. Because again, like I mentioned, I believe it was yesterday, what is it that we're maybe not being fully honest with ourselves about that we want? Like, if you had your dream list, not even a bucket list, like if you could wish upon a star and it would come true tomorrow on some 13, what is it, Freaky Friday, situation of trading places with someone, even. Like, what is it that you would want? That thing is how we're going to build the keystone habit, all right? Because most people overestimate what they can do in a week. So this is not about overwhelming you with a bunch of things. If you feel overwhelmed by day 5, maybe take a step back, maybe just review your notes or review, just reflect, right? This is at your own pace. So never feel pressure that like you have to, complete everything. Maybe there's some things that work for you, and other things you're like, oh, I already got that in the bag. Like, actually, was it day 3 when we were talking about rebalancing burnout? Like, if you feel like you have really good breathwork techniques and you have your meditation practice on lock, then great. Maybe day 3 was a breeze for you, so you don't have to do that extra work. Again, this is about knowing thyself. So you are the determinant of whether or not a certain activity or exercise or way of thinking of something is additional to what you already have, right? Because the people who join this society are already on a level emotionally intelligent, intentional, creative, have a sense of some, self-awareness, let's say, right? But we're working on building higher. We're working on reaching and unlocking our greatest. So there's still more work to be done. All of that to say that we don't want to underestimate, though, what we can do in a year, because transformation can happen exponentially and can accelerate the more we're consistent with our actions, right? That real transformation rarely comes from those dramatic changes. It comes from small, repetitive actions that are done consistently. So today, I want you to choose one commitment, not 10, not even 2, one commitment. Something simple enough that you can realistically sustain it, whether that's a walk every day, whether that's even in the winter, so choose wisely. Whether that's a journal entry, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, whether that's 10 minutes of just financial planning, reviewing your expenses for the day, or, updating your budget spreadsheet, whatever, or simply just drinking more water. Like, I have one of those big water jugs so that I can remind myself to stay hydrated. Because why? Because, honey, the skin does not skin without water. Getting off track. Anyways, these small wins, so whatever that one commitment is, will help you and help your subconscious mind build the trust that you are this person, you are trying to become. And self-trust is one of the most important, powerful forms of momentum within the soul order system. So this is where we lock in, all right? Lock in. The exercise for today is really about pattern recognition. And again, making that commitment to one thing. Honing in, getting super clear so that we can create the life of our dreams. All right, you guys, that's all I have for today. I'll see you tomorrow for day 6.